Welcome to our first episode of New Orleans Saints Talk to the Who Dat Nation. We are here. It is Linx and Dustin, longtime fans, season ticket holders of our New Orleans Saints. Linx, how you doing today, buddy?
Good.
Yeah, I've been pretty fired up for this episode. Yeah. I'm actually, ready for next season already. I'm ready for the draft. So Linx and I are going to be actually at the draft in person in Pittsburgh this year. We might have to make like a big banner or something to bring to celebrate our team. But how are you feeling about draft night, first round? We've got the 8th overall pick. Why don't we just start there? And then we'll kind of circle back a little bit to free agency and talk about some of that stuff. So we've got the 8th pick in the draft. Is there somebody that you would really like us to see? What do you think would be a fun pick or a stretch pick? What are your thoughts with that 8th overall pick?
I would probably say Carnell Tate. I've seen his highlights, and the only thing we need after Shaheed went out to Seattle, the one and only thing we've needed is a speedster. We had that last year. Well, not last year, but the year after that with Marquez Valdes-Scantling, but then he also left for Seattle. And we haven't had that like wide receiver 2 like speedster guy, and Carnell Tate is exactly that.
Oh, I like that. Yeah. It's really interesting because the mock drafts are kind of all over the place because it feels like the only lock at quarterback at number 1 is Mendoza. And then after that, it's kind of like there might not be another, like, who knows? There might not even be another like first round quarterback taken, or at least not in like the first 15 picks, which makes like a lot of the picks after Mendoza just kind of wild cards. I was seeing something that by the time the Saints pick at 8, they might be picking the 3rd wideout. Like if Lemon goes, I think what is it? Lemon from USC. And then there's
Tyson
and the
Tate.
Ohio State receiver Tate. Yes. Yeah. Out of those 3, I want the Ohio State receiver. Mm-hmm. They're typically always good.
Yeah. Like, if we look at the draft, it's like Tyson's probably going to go before our pick. He's like generational talent.
Oh, you think so?
All that stuff. I've seen Tate, Lemon, and Tyson's tape, and Tyson can do everything. And he's fast, he's strong, his every single ability. It's just that like we have all these other picks. It's like all these other teams pick before us, like Raiders going with Mendoza. It's kind of locked in already.
Yeah, and they should do that.
And then after that's the Jets, who, after Dante Moore decided not to go to the draft, you never know. They might need a receiver. The Cardinals might need a receiver.
So sidebar, what's kind of interesting, I don't know if you heard this, but Derek Carr said that he would come out of retirement for the right situation.
Yeah.
And I think he mentioned the Jets as a possibility, but what's interesting is we still own the rights to Carr. So technically we could get some sort of like draft compensation for him. I don't know how much we would actually get, but I don't know if that's the direction the Jets are trying to go in, but I just thought that was kind of funny.
Yeah. Derek Carr is so stupid, dude.
Cooked. Talk about a guy. What's funny is Shuck has more loyalty in New Orleans, and he's been here for like 6 months over Derek Carr, who was here for like 2 or 3 years. Like unbelievable.
I mean, to be fair, it's like I get why Carr is doing this. It's like, he got thrown into New Orleans, and then all of a sudden it's like people hated him.
Yeah.
So like, it's not his fault that he just wants to like, retire, unretire, leave. It's not his fault. I probably if I was him, I probably would have done the same thing if that's like all the hate I was getting. So like, I don't blame him for that, but like, that's just like weird.
It's funny. Yeah, no, you're right. So yeah, another kind of hot prospect for us at number 8 that's been talked about is Jeremiah Love from Notre Dame. Yeah. And at first I was kind of like, that seems like kind of a reach pick, but now that I hear more and more on him, and one thing that I did hear over the last couple of days that was interesting is Jeremiah Love was contemplating switching to wide receiver from running back, and they didn't run a lot of wideout plays like wheel routes for him out of the backfield at Notre Dame, but they did. I saw some tape on a couple where he made like one-handed catches, like on a wheel route. And so it's kind of like, well, if he's if he could be like a slot receiver / running back, that would be pretty deadly. What do you, I mean, I wouldn't mind getting I want an offensive playmaker. So if it's Jeremiah Love, let's do it.
After you said Jeremiah Love, I was expecting just running back. I was not expecting to hear a wide receiver thing about him. Because the thing is that, like, if Jeremiah Love's only going to be a running back, listen, he's been like a, generational talent. But we just don't have a need at running back.
So do you think our lack of a running game last year was more to do with like our interior line play with like the centers, like McCoy's out, the guards are not very good or consistent? Do you think it's more of that? Like they just didn't have like, a good line to make it happen? Or is it a lack of just running back talent?
Well, I love Neil as a guy, and the thing is that we didn't really have because it felt like the entire season, it didn't feel like we had a bad running back or a bad offensive line. It's like, our
the first half of the year it did. To be honest, like the first 8 games of the year, like with Rattler, I didn't feel like Rattler really had a running game. Do you think he did?
No.
It was pretty rough. The offense was bad. Like do you remember the offense was averaging like 14 points a game or something? It was dead last in the NFL, like with Rattler. I'm not saying it's all Rattler's fault. It wasn't, but it was bad. It was not good.
Yeah.
Groupie couldn't make a kick. Remember that?
Dude, like I like before the season started, like Groupie was like, like a cool guy, like he's
I liked him, likable.
Like he's coming off a good season where he only missed like a kick, then like only like 2 games into the season, he's already missed as many kicks as he missed last year. It's like. And then he goes to Indians talking about meaningful football. They didn't even make playoffs.
I was just about to say that. That really hurt me. It's almost like he cursed the Colts too. He cursed. He missed a bunch of kicks, and then he went to the Colts and he made the meaningful football comment, and then they proceeded to lose like 7 in a row after that.
Yeah. I mean, it might have not been that. It might have just been like, Jones got hurt.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That was a big part of it for sure. They did have, I almost said Andrew Luck, but old man Phillip Rivers coming back in and doing some work there. He was okay. I mean, he was my age. So the fact that he like got off the couch and went and played NFL football is pretty incredible.
Yeah. All right. Back to Saints.
Yeah. So it sounds to me like you're thinking offensive playmaker with the number 8th overall pick, like however it is. Like, honestly, if we get either Jeremiah Love or Tate, wait, who's the Ohio State receiver again?
Yeah, Tate.
Carnell Tate. I keep on thinking it's Kate, but I'm putting them together. Carnell Tate. Okay. Yeah, Tate or Jeremiah Love. Get one of those 2 guys. And I think that
if Jeremiah Love stays a running back, I haven't seen his highlights yet. And he might have good highlights. It's just that, like, you saw, what's his name again? Like, our 3rd string running back. He was making good plays, Like, in the second half of the year, like, our guards were supposedly, like, bad.
Ironically, another Notre Dame running back, Acebo. What was that guy's name on our roster? It's what is it? What was his name? It's not Acebo. It starts with an E. The running back that ran for like 95 yards. Oh my gosh. Now I got to look it up because I have to know now. It's a thing.
I don't know. I don't know either.
It is Saints running back Depth chart. So, yeah, there's Devin Neal, there's Kamara, Estime. Estime was a beast at the end of the season. So, yeah, we've got Kendre Miller, always hurt, but he's actually good too when he's not hurt. We have Alvin Kamara, who is just not the same Alvin Kamara, but maybe he can get, just limited carries and
we saw like Kamara last year. We saw a little bit of like flashbacks, like with like the Panthers game. Remember the Panthers game? He like went off in that game. We saw like a little bit of old Kamara this year, but like we didn't see a ton. We didn't see a lot.
Yeah, Estime looked good, and I think that's the kind of that's why I almost wish we do get Tate. I mean, I'm fine with Love, but then we've got 5 running backs. Now, granted, we're not going to have like we'll have to move on from one, so we'll probably go into the season with 4 of them. But then, yeah, I mean, Kamara is only going to be there for one more. This is his last year with New Orleans. There's just no way that we're going to re-sign him again. I don't see that happening, and he'll be 31 or 32 after this coming season. I think it'll be time for us to part ways.
Yeah, I mean, well, he said that he's not leaving New Orleans for another team. So if we do decide to like let him go, he's just not going to be on another NFL roster. I think he's probably going to retire if we don't re-sign him.
Yeah, after the season, it's his last year. Now we've got a little bit of drama in the free agency department on our team. We might lose Demario Davis, kind of hinting at testing the market a little bit to see what else is out there. It'd be kind of hard to see Demario leave. What's weird is Demario looked like, if we go back a season ago, I thought that he was kind of falling apart a little bit, to be perfectly honest.
Mm-hmm.
And then we switched over to Brandon Staley's 3-4 defense, and he struggled a little bit for like the first 4 to 6 games. The whole defense did. But then our defense got really good. Like the second half of the year, it's like we settled into that 3-4. So, and then Davis looked good. So I'm kind of like, okay, well.
Yeah, he had a career high in tackles.
Yeah. So I almost feel like the Saints are not good at this, but we always kind of hold on to guys too long. I don't think we can give him more than like a 2-year deal. I think he's 36 or 37. I just don't think you can give him like a 3, 4, 5. Like how long are you going to take it out? Like I think we have to do a 2-year deal with him, but I think we probably have to pay. Or do we go with like a Stutzman? Do you think that it's time to like, go? You think it's time to move on from Davis?
Well, after his like performance last year, I don't think it's time to like move on.
I think the problem is there might be like the Ravens or somebody comes in and offers them like a big contract, we're not gonna be able to. I mean, we could.
The thing is that like, honestly, if he goes into free agency, it's like, yeah, it's gonna be like cool and all, but if he tests the market, he's not gonna get like any more like money than he's gonna get like in New Orleans. No chance. He's how old is he again? Like 36?
Demario is 36 or 37. Yeah. He's older than Cam.
So there's like no chance. I mean, like if he tries to go to another team, he's going to be signing a contract for either just plain $1 million or under $1 million.
Oh no! I think he's going to get paid, man. I think he's actually going to get a decent payday.
I know, but like, teams are going to look at like, they saw like his career high in tackles. Does their like thing fit that like?
Well, it also might be. It depends. Like, does he think that he could win a title? Could he go to the Bills? Does he feel like he could go to like another team that's like right there? And maybe he, that might be a little bit further along than the Saints. I don't know though, man. I mean, like I said it before. I think the Saints are on a trajectory. I'm a believer. I think that we're a guard away from a title. Just kidding. I was joking about that, but kind of though, like we're a couple of interior linemen away from winning our division. I'll tell you that.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, once you win the division, you get into the playoffs, then anything can happen,
Yeah. Okay.
Go ahead.
Let's talk about the draft. So we have the number 8 overall pick.
We're going to be there in person. Yes. Go ahead.
Yes. But another thing, if we decide to go with like maybe like I don't know, a guard with that number 8 overall pick. Listen, I know it's a stretch in our second round pick, but Omar Cooper Jr.
Oh, with the second round pick. Oh,
Yeah.
Omar Cooper. Who is that?
From Indiana.
Oh, is that one of the? Well, is he the number 1 receiver? Is he the guy that was the go-to for Mendoza?
Yes.
Yeah, he was good. He was very
good. If you put Mendoza, who's a good quarterback, generational talent, and you put Chuck, who is a good quarterback and future generational talent.
I don't know, man. I think Chuck is ready. I think Fernando Mendoza's gonna have to adjust to the NFL game.
Yeah, but if you have that with Cooper, I think that's a good offense.
Question. So what happens if, I don't know, like Cam Jordan leaves, or we feel like we have a hole and
never happening.
Well, no, okay. Well, let's say that there's a hole at defensive end. If Bain is there, we watched Bain in the title game and he was really good. Like, or one of those edge rushers. Who is the other one? There's another pass rusher, Texas Tech pass rusher. That's also
Bailey.
So if we have Bain or Bailey sitting there, I'm honestly not sad about those picks either. I think those are probably also like fairly strong. They're not as exciting as like Tate or Love, but at the same time,
hold on. Like, if we're going like for real right now, then what I'm saying is that, like, listen, I like Bailey. Bro, Teo just smashed onto my door. I like Bailey because, he went to Texas Tech, and Texas Tech had a nice run. But he was facing, I don't know, what was it, big? He was facing not a very good conference.
Oh, so you just think level of talent wasn't so good?
And then yeah, Texas Tech's good and all. I like Texas Tech. But Texas Tech, once they got to the playoffs, they just got demolished.
Hold up. Wait a minute. When is the scouting combine? February 23rd. Okay, so at time of recording, the scouting combine starts in 4 days. So we'll get to see a lot of these guys that'll come out and run and stuff. Okay.
Because I like Bailey. I know he from his college career, he should be good, but
I'd probably rather have Bain just because he was really productive at a big school. And I just watched him up close and personal in the title game, and he looked like an NFL player. He looked like a guy that was a difference maker.
Yeah. So. Bailey is good.
So what if Love, Tate, and Reese are there? If Reese falls to 8, then we got to take him. Yeah,
there's no chance. If Davis leaves and we have Stutzman and Pete Warner,
that ain't gonna work.
Yeah, because we barely have a hole in anywhere on our roster. It's the only hole is guard, and if we lose Davis and we have to throw in rusty Pete Warner,
always rusty. He is always rusty. He just never gets out of the rust. Yeah, we need an upgrade at linebacker.
Running along the sidelines, Pete Warner breaks his own ankles and he runs for the touchdown.
Yep, Pete Warner just has to make a quick tackle. Oh no, it's broken, and he gains an extra 15 yards. Pete Warner throws himself out of bounds. Yeah, I do think Stutzman's going to be a good player.
Yeah, Stutzman. Mwah. Yes.
Yeah, I think he's going to be good. He's going to be good, but it's going to be tough, man. I mean, we've got some good talent, but we got to maintain that defense. All right, so we're coming up to the 20-minute mark of the show. So we're going to wrap up here pretty soon just to kind of keep our first episode under 25 minutes, ideally. Mm-hmm. Any final thoughts as we head into, free agency draft? We'll be back next week, so we'll kind of have a follow-up to this.
About Stutzman, we cannot let Stutzman turn into the next Trey Hendrickson.
Oh, where he leaves, you mean? Yeah, I want him to become the next Trey Hendrickson, but we got to pay him if he gets that good. Yeah, we can't see Stutzman be like an all-pro for the Bengals or a different team.
Yeah. We just can't let him become another Trey Hendrickson, because he's a...
We traded up to get Marcus Davenport, and then we didn't sign Hendrickson and let Hendrickson leave, and we kept... Look, when Davenport was good...
Davenport?
Oh, this is before your time, brother. This is 2018. So it's the Packers are on the clock at number 14, and the Saints have traded up from number 30 to 14 in the whole, like everyone's like, they're going to take Lamar Jackson. Nope, the Saints didn't take Lamar Jackson. They took Marcus Davenport, pass rusher. We could have had Lamar Jackson on the team, but we took Marcus Davenport. 2018, we had Breeze still playing really good ball. So, I mean, Lamar Jackson would have been sitting behind Breeze for years. So I don't know if it would have worked, but yeah. So that's where that went. But yeah, we ended up going with Davenport over Hendrickson. Hendrickson was a 3rd round draft pick. We nailed that. He was part of that 2017 draft with Kamara. He was a 3rd round pick. Kamara was a 4th round pick, believe it or not.
I thought he was 2nd.
Kamara was a 4th round pick. Our 2nd round pick in 17, was it 17 or no, 16. We got Michael Thomas. Who was our 2nd round pick in 17? We got Ramczyk in 2017.
Yeah, we got everyone.
We lit it up in 2017. We did. Oh, we got Marcus Lattimore. We got Lattimore 1st round. Ramczyk at the end of the first.
Hold on. I don't think I heard you correctly. Marcus Lattimore?
Oh, no. Marshawn Lattimore. Marcus Lattimore? Yeah, I got Marcus Davenport and Lattimore mixed together. Oh, my gosh. Thank you for the correction, Linx. All right, buddy. Well, we will wrap up our first week. I felt like that was a great first episode. And we will be back, friends, next week for more New Orleans Saints talk. And we can talk a little bit more next week about what we've seen in the scouting combine as that gets fired up. And yeah, there's going to be free agency rumors. There's going to be all sorts of stuff coming up here soon. So stay dialed into the show. Linx, see you again next week, buddy.
All right. Bye.